Home Secretary Amber Rudd has warned that Britain has a plan of action in place to deal with those who attempted to assassinate a former Russian spy on UK soil. The cabinet minister also said members of the public may not hear about all of the action British security services take to keep the people safe. Her words came as both Labour and Tory MPs called for stronger action against the Russian state if it is found complicit in the ruthless nerve agent attack that left Sergei Skripal and his daughter in a critical condition. The Independent revealed this morning that British agents suspect a network of highly trained assassins to be behind the incident in Salisbury that targeted the former military intelligence colonel. Ms. Rudd said, "Let me be clear. We are absolutely robust about any crimes committed on these streets in the UK. There is nothing soft about the UK's response to any sort of state activity in this country. You may not hear about it all. But when we do see that there is action to be taken, we will take it." She explained the UK would be methodical in its approach to the investigation and gather all evidence first before deciding whether to attribute the attack. Russian exile claims Sergei Skripal was still in contact with Russian embassy when they met, asked if the UK has a plan to deal with Russia if links with Moscow are uncovered. Ms. Rudd added, "When we have all the evidence of what took place, we will, if it is appropriate, attribute it to somebody. If that is the case, then we will have a plan in place. You may not hear about it all. But when we do see that there is action to be taken, we will take it." At Home Secretary Amber Rudd she refuted claims levied against the government in the wake of the murder of Alexander Litvinenko, that the government was unwilling to confront the Russian state because of fear disrupting cash flow into the country. Ms. Rudd said, "That's not the case at all. If you talk about money, we have taken very firm action on anything to do with corrupt money in this country. We've recently introduced unexplained wealth orders." CCTV shows Russian ex-spy Sergei Skripal days before falling critically ill. "If people are flaunting wealth and we don't know where it comes from, we can find out where it is and absolutely go for the people who may have that wealth." She said measures were also being strengthened through the Criminal Finances Act and the Sanctions Bill, and that the incident in Salisbury would inevitably spark a debate over whether the government should also do more. Chair of the Commons Foreign Affairs Committee Tom Tugendhat said on Thursday that ministers could target wealthy London-based Russians with strong ties to the Kremlin. He urged the government to probe unexplained wealth, saying, "We've got to deal with the new Russian aristocracy around the Tsar. Putin needs to keep them loyal, and we need to show that his willful disregard of the world's rules will always be firmly punished. Many of Putin's friends enjoy the liberties and luxury of London." He told The Sun, "We can use the usual sanctions we use for crooks to make life uncomfortable for them, and also by ensuring their children don't get the opportunity that Putin is denying to those he murders." On Wednesday evening, Nick Boles MP, a minister in David Cameron's government, said Ms May should take retaliatory action against Vladimir Putin's regime. He said on Twitter, "I do not see how we can maintain diplomatic relations with a country that tries to murder people on British soil and puts the lives of British citizens at risk. It's time for us to turn tough talk into action." Labour MP Chris Bryant followed suit, telling The Times, "Ministers must be thinking about when to call in the Russian ambassador now. Questions, which may have been premature, are no longer so now. How did this nerve agent enter the country? Did it arrive in a diplomatic bag? Can we be sure there is none left?" More about Sergei Skripal. Amber Rudd reused content